This is Hoshifuri Iku, and you're listening to Hi-Lite Radio. Welcome to episode 8 of Hi-Lite Radio. Hello, I'm Hoshifuri Iku, and nice to meet you. I'm an alien VTuber from Generation 1 of PRISM Project. I stream on YouTube, and I like to play games, be creative, and I love making music. This is the last episode of Hi-Lite Radio. It was really fun working on this show, and it was also a great learning experience for me. It might be the last episode for a while, but let's have a good time today. On Hi-Lite Radio, we'll be highlighting songs from my new album, Cloud 19, as well as highlighting some comments from fans and even some special guests. Cloud 19 is now available for streaming on all major streaming platforms, so please be sure to check it out. And now, let's jump into the song highlight of the day. Today, we're going to be highlighting the song Isshoni and Nefelibata. Although Isshoni is not on the Cloud 19 album, I felt that it deserved the proper highlight as it is my very first original song. So before I introduce you to Isshoni, I have some backstory to share. Before I even became a PRISM project agent, I was a fan of KODOMOi. He is a music producer on YouTube that makes adorable kawaii tracks, and many of his songs are royalty-free, meaning you can use them for content online, which is actually how I discovered his songs. I love the cheery yet gentle nature of his sounds, so naturally when I debuted in PRISM Project, I used his song Inhale as my BGM. I tweeted about his music, and KODOMOi-san actually reached out to me to thank me, and that is how we started a conversation about making an original song together, which eventually became Isshoni, my very first original song I ever released. Releasing an original song was certainly a big goal of mine at debut, but I didn't think that I would be achieving that goal only 4 months into streaming. I was super excited but also really nervous at the same time, especially since I was writing the lyrics for the song. I had dabbled in lyric writing in the past, but never for a proper project like this, so naturally it was nerve-wracking. But surprisingly, once I started writing, the lyrics flowed pretty naturally. At the time, we were at the peak of the pandemic, and many people were on lockdown, unable to see their loved ones, so the lyrics were inspired by that experience. To summarize the message of the song simply, it is, no matter how far apart we may be, I will always be by your side. Please take a listen. This is Isshoni. That was Isshoni by Hoshifuri Iku and KODOMOi. My favorite lyric that I wrote for this song is 離れ離れでも僕ら線と線をつなげればほらね同じ星座の一部だからさ Meaning, even when we are far apart, if we connect the lines, we are all part of the same constellation. Even if you're in different countries or dealing with certain circumstances preventing you from seeing your loved ones, we are all connected under the same sky. Thank you to KODOMOi-san for giving me the opportunity to work on this song. It was a great learning experience and I will always and forever cherish this song as one of my greatest treasures. And I hope everyone enjoyed listening to it too. Nefelibata, or cloud walker in Portuguese, was a word I stumbled across while working on this album. I definitely have an affinity for clouds, which was what first drew me to this word, but the deeper meaning of it was very charming. Nefelibata refers to someone who thinks outside the box and doesn't let the rules dull their sparkle. They are free-spirited and impossible to contain. That is someone I aspire to be like. I always joke that if we lived in a society of heroes and villains, I would be a vigilante because rules are meant to be broken. I was playing around with my kalimba when the melody for Nefelibata came to me. I sent my kalimba recording and notes to Lost to produce this track. This is the recording. It was a very last-minute request, but he took on the project for me. Thank you to Lost for making this track. It turned out beautiful, and it's everything I imagined. I associate my kalimba with memories of my cat, Jupiter. He unfortunately left us for cat heaven last year, but he was, and will always be, my little gremlin angel. I dedicated this song to him because, when I eventually see him again, I hope that I am the person I aspire to be. Please take a listen. This is Nefelibata. I think pet owners can relate, but your pet is very much a part of your family as your parents or siblings, and it's never, ever easy to lose a family member. This song may be dedicated to Jupiter for me personally, but I also hope that this song can be a place for anyone experiencing loss to find some relief and solidarity. I hope Jupiter is getting pampered by my grandparents and having the best time. But that is all for the song highlight of the episode. Let's move on to the next corner. It's time for Ikumin Highlights! In the Ikumin Highlights corner, I will be highlighting comments about the Cloud19 album and the Hi-Lite Radio show from listeners. In the last episode, I highlighted the song Crash Landing and Blue Green, and I also asked, if you were to write a song about someone, who would it be for and what would it be about? Alright, now let's go! First, let's see what everyone commented on the last video. Jaren's commented, "Thank you for the 7th episode of Hi-Lite Radio, Iku. Listening to you talking about your song with such endearment and pride makes us Ikumi swell in pride as well. You're such an amazing person and you deserve merit and praise for releasing this wonderful album. The story about Blue Green really makes me smile. You three are the pioneers of PRISM and I'm glad your friendship bloomed throughout the years, creating a nearly unbreakable bond. I'm glad you could pull in the girls here to say what they think about the song, and I agree. Hope you three could one day sing Blue Green together. Plus, I'm sure it'd be amazing to hear the other PRISM agents singing your originals in their own fun little way." Thank you so much, Jarens! I agree. It'd be really fun if I could sing Blue Green with Ali and Menno. But But I think if we did, I would rewrite the lyrics a little since the song is very much in my POV. That sounds like a really fun project actually. Thank you for the idea. Alex Chan commented, "Potatoes are fantastic. I think they are a song-worthy vegetable. There is no form or way a potato can be ruined in cooking. Can you imagine a song with potatoes and ikumin?" Hi Alex, you are absolutely right. Potatoes are king. I actually do have a friend that wrote a song about potatoes, and can confirm it was pretty epic. Honestly, if you guys gave me a melody to sing to, I would happily write lyrics to it about ikumin and potatoes. Zagan says, "I'm a bit sad that Hi-Lite Radio show is coming to an end, but it was yet another good episode that dove into how songs came to be. I enjoyed learning about how Blue Green was created, and it is such a good song. I enjoyed listening about your bonds with Menno and Ali. If I had to write a song, it would be for my mom as she is very important to me, and it would probably be about how supportive she is and all the fun memories I had with her." Thank you, Zagan! Yes, I'm sad the show is coming to an end, but I'm working towards Hi-Lite Radio 2.0, so I hope you'll tune in for that when it comes. Also, your song idea sounds so beautiful. Moms are truly the superheroes of our lives. I'm sure your mom will be very happy to hear that you're thinking about her. Thank you for sharing. Irie Mage says, "Hello Iku! Thank you once more for another amazing episode of Hi-Lite Radio. I really enjoyed this one, and I especially enjoyed Blue Green. It's such an emotional song, and the recent music video only made that doubly true. As for your question, if I had to pick who I'd write a song for, it would probably be my little sister. From the moment she was born, it felt like making her happy was my life's purpose, and her smile is always enough to brighten my day. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am, nor would I be nearly as happy as I am. Once more, thank you for the amazing episode." Thanks for your response, Irie. That is way too sweet. Your sister is very lucky to have such a loving sibling like you. I also have siblings, but they're both older than me, so I've always been the one being cared for. They say that having a caring older sibling can really make someone a secure person. No wonder I'm so insecure. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. My brothers are pretty cool too. Now, let's check the Twitter hashtag. SPZ-san on Twitter says, "I will definitely make a song for my beloved parents about how thankful I am as their child, and I will probably borrow one of the vocalized song concepts from Donor Song." Hi SPZ-san! Donor Song is one of my favorite vocalized songs. It's a very, very heartwarming and bittersweet song with a strong message. I think that's a really beautiful idea, and your parents would be so proud of you. Thank you for sharing! Raynana on Twitter says, "I just want to thank you for your time and efforts into making Hi-Lite Radio. I enjoy listening to the inside information on the album making process and your stories. Once again, congratulations on Cloud 19 release." Thank you, Raynana! Releasing an album was a big goal of mine in 2022, and although we couldn't release it within the last year, I'm happy we got to start off 2023 with a bang! I hope everyone keeps listening to the album for many, many months to come, and even years. Thanks again to everyone who listened to the album! And that is all for today. Thank you for your comments, everyone! Here's another question for you. When Hi-Lite Radio comes back, what sort of things do you want to hear on the show? More song features, PRISM news? What about interviews? Who do you want to see on the show? Today is the last episode, so I won't be picking up your answers for the next episode, but I do plan to bring this show back, so please let me know your suggestions as I would really appreciate the feedback. Thank you to all the Ikumi who left me comments and questions throughout the show's run. It was really fun reading all of your comments, and I hope I can bring back the Ikumi Highlights Corner again soon. Mwah! Today's special guests are truly very special. For the last episode of Hi-Lite Radio, at least for now, are members of PRISM staff. They helped me so much with the making of this album, and I thought it was only appropriate that they would make an appearance for the last episode. Here are their comments. The first comment is from Himeju-san. First off, I really wanted to say that I'm incredibly proud of Iku for releasing her first album. Yeah, you did it! Woohoo! Yippee! Yeah, Iku, you're so cool! Awesome! Slay! Anyways, I hope everyone enjoys all the hard work and collaborative effort that was put into this release from all the staff and especially from Iku. Out of the newly released songs, my favorite song is definitely Blue Green, with Nefelibata as an incredibly close second. I think Iku mentioned on stream once, but when I heard Blue Green for the first time, I started ugly sobbing after the second line. And then it got stuck in my head, and I would catch myself humming to it constantly. I really couldn't be more happy that you guys get to listen to it now. And Nefelibata, need I say more? I will say more. It's such a lovely and soothing lullaby that you can just tell how sweet and gentle Iku really is to those she holds close to her heart. Our tsundere hime. Thank you to Ikumi who have wholeheartedly supported Iku these past few years to make her dreams a reality. Thank you Iku for putting your trust into the PRISM staff team and bringing us all along for the journey. We're also incredibly proud and excited to be able to reach this milestone with you. From Himejer-san. The next comment is from Shogun-san, our producer. Huri! Congratulations on your album release, Hime! Before PRISM Project transitioned into Sony Music, I had the opportunity to go through and listen to the various music PRISM agents had released up until that point, and I remember my first impression of your voice and music as being healing and soothing. Cloudscape certainly shows off those qualities with its sweeping verses, sustained notes, and narration section, while Blue Green continues to feature that soothing quality of your voice, but applies it to a much more playful beat that reminds me of a lively coffee house on a bright spring morning. But if there are any listeners expecting just a relaxing half-hour listen, on this album, I think you were also able to subvert the expectation that all your music will be relaxing and easy listening with the inclusion of Artificial, Happy to Call You Mine, and Cloud City. Artificial has always been one of my favorite pieces of original music content to come out of PRISM since I came on as a producer, not only for its relevant and poignant message, but for how I feel it helped you grow as a musical performer and gave you the opportunity to set your vocals to a much edgier electronic sound. I'm sure it shocked your listeners to hear it for the first time. Cloud City also introduces an electric guitar sound that is uncommon in your content, and I was surprised and impressed to hear yet another new juxtaposition between your sweet vocals and the rougher, more gritty sound. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more of these nice surprises in the future. For PRISM no Yoni, did your listeners catch all the PRISM talents' names and the Ikumi shoutout throughout the song? I thought your wordplays here were really well done, and I can't wait to hear you perform this one at an event or on stream sometime. I'll leave it here for now, or else I'll go on and on like I always do. Congratulations again on a wonderful release, and I'm expecting even more amazing content from you this year. From Shogun-san. Thank you Himejer-san, and thank you Shogun-san! Many members of PRISM staff were involved in the making of this album. I honestly wanted to ask for a comment from everyone and individually thank them on the show, but for now, all I'm going to say is thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to every single staff member involved in this project. I really could not have completed this project without their hard work, tremendous support, and dedication. Not only was I able to achieve one of my biggest dreams, but I learned so much from the process, and I am confident that my experiences working on this album will help me in future endeavors. PRISM Project is an amazing agency because of the extraordinary talented agents, but also thanks to just as extraordinary staff that support us behind the scenes. One last big thank you to staff and to you, the viewers, for cheering on PRISM Project. Thank you Himejer-san! Thank you Shogun-san! That is all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to the 8th episode of Hi-Lite Radio. My first album, Cloud 19, is now available for streaming on all major music streaming platforms. Please check it out! I poured my heart and soul into this album, and every song has a story behind it, so it would mean a lot if you took a listen. This may be the last episode, but I'm positive that we will meet again. I mean, I wrote 48 pages worth of script, but I am nowhere near finished yet. I hope you all enjoyed the show, and once again, thank you for listening to Hi-Lite Radio. Huri! Bye bye! See you next time. I'm glad you could pull in the girls here to...